I think that evolutionarily they feel the fear of abandonment when one man says he won't date women anymore. They instantly project a scenario in their minds where all men start to behave in a similar manner, and suddenly they don't have a man there to protect them from the big bad boogeyman. Women know exactly what MGTOW is because whenever I described it or told other men to go their own way and women heard about it, their first thought is to have always said you hate women. Another reason why I am confident that women are aware of its meaning is that I recently saw a video in which a man was saying that he suggested to one of his male coworkers that he should stop dating and get married, and when the other women in the office overheard this, they became like a henhouse full of mother cluckers. The women assembled like Voltron and tried to stop the man who was suggesting to other men not to marry, and they even ratted him out to his boss. They fear MGTOW so much that it compels them into action, and they try and get white knights to protect them from the dangers of MGTOW. Yet another reason I know that women fear MGTOW is with regards to the calls by feminist professors to ban sex dolls and robots. They keep shutting down doll brothels all over the place, and most of them have secret locations no one knows about. If women didn't feel that the perpetual bachelorhood and men were negative for them, then why does another justification for friendships that have lasted for over a decade means nothing when a woman is trying to protect her prized plow horse from picking up information that takes him off the plantation? If you're going your own way, women have to quarantine you a bit longer. I know that women are scared and aware of MGTOWs because I've lost friends because their wives actually cut me off from them, especially when I spoke to them about MGTOW. I thought that their wives would actually be. It wouldn't surprise me if, in the decades and years to come, women tried to make this kind of information and discourse that was entirely criminal. Women have always worked very hard to prevent MGTOW from catching on throughout history, from the temperance movement all the way to the middle of the 18th century when men would go into bars and where houses were above done. It freaked women out because a man didn't actually have to buy the cow when he could just rent a fresh pair of jugs at the local whorehouse. They also tried cutting down. The weekends are reserved for get-togethers with family and friends, during which men are once again supervised. And there are typically no single men present at such settings to deter all of the husbands from what amounts to barbecuing their manhoods on the grill. Hot dogs on the barbie actually represent a man's junk and manhood being roasted because he won't actually be needing that part of himself anymore. As for the Reddit page, a lot of men on there talk about women coming. One gentleman in that comment section mentioned that women are unaware that what they're doing is going to cause a backlash of men pulling away. He said that women didn't expect men to treat women as true equals and simply walk away when things didn't work out, and that they thought they had us by the balls both literally and figuratively. The point is that most men are not going their own way. The majority of men will get married and have kids that will eventually get used against them at some point. I believe that's about all I have to say about women who are scared and aware of MGTOW. As for the rest of this video, I want to read a message that I got on Facebook from someone named Renata. I found it entertaining as well as scary at the same time. Here's what Renata has to say, and I'll quote him. Women who are scared and aware of MGTOW have a right to be scared. Hello. People like you helped him understand the true nature of women and honestly helped me too. I'm from France and he's from New Zealand. Without him going through what he went through in the past and having people on the internet being honest with them about the experiences they've had with women, we wouldn't be together then. My partner and I met 2 years ago, and he introduced me to the big town community. He had a difficult breakup with his ex-partner years ago, and that's what made him become. This is a reaction not only to you, but also to all the other guys out there who want to meet me and buy me a beer. I'm located in Toronto, Canada, and I don't participate in meetups. Maybe in the coming years, if I become a crypto millionaire through basic attention token, I might just consider it. However, as of right now, I don't know how long my online income is going to last, and I don't actually want to risk my face going mainstream and then losing my corporate photography and video clients. Therefore, I won't participate in meetups until I can get to the point where I don't know why your boyfriend from New Zealand chose to be with you. Perhaps he sees that you're different from all of the other women he's ever been with before. On the other hand, perhaps you're just really good at being a female chameleon and hiding your true nature from him. Buddy, if you're listening to this, sometimes it takes years for women to reveal their true identities. For me, it took 3 years at one point, and at another point, the woman. It's the same worn-out excuses and politically correct reactions that used to be effective, but are no longer effective. Come on, ladies, where is your creativity? Now that you are on equal footing with men, you are expected to innovate in terms of the shaming language that you use in your attacks against men rather than simply repeating yourselves like a papagallo, which is an Italian word that literally translates to paired. Her and Strawn said it best when she mentioned that chaining a man into doing the honorable thing, which is to man up, does not work anymore. This is due to the fact that the only thing honorable a man has to look forward to these days is the reflection of Ray Barron or Homer Simpson looking back at him when he looks in the mirror. I know that many of you ladies will suggest that if a man doesn't man up, he should actually be put in prison or beaten in the streets like that Egyptian feminist is asking of women, and she's promoting instead of condemning violence against men. But her incitement to violence isn't being treated as hate speech. I know that many of you ladies will suggest that if a man doesn't man up, he should actually be put in prison or beaten in the streets. Like that, Egyptian feminist women want men to be too afraid to share the truth. But I predict that we will be dealt with through violence that is sanctioned by the state. In the past, women could control the social situation surrounding MGTOW and what was then known as confirmed bachelors. Today, women can't control online social life, so I predict that they'll try and get the government to do it for them. Look at the insanity of the COPPA legislation that was recently passed and is now being enforced.